I believe you already know the drill. I am live, but I am not live. I am operating my Streamlabs at the moment. I had to prompt it to go live so that it will let me turn on the necessary items in the YouTube background. Only people that will lay eyes on this very special, very unique, very frustrating, very unprofessional part of the show are them wait, I forgot how it goes. The ATFers, them ATFers. Hey, those dudes that killed the people at Waco, huh? ATF. Isn't that what they were called? ATF? You ATFers, them after the factors. You very special race of people. I appreciate you. I tell you all the time that it wouldn't be the same. I wouldn't quite be able to do what I do without you. You boost the algorithm. Oh, I like that. That's a new one. Hey, I'm going to write that down. We just conceive, achieve, and believe something together in real time right now. The algorithm. The algorithm. You guys boost that algorithm in a very special, different kind of way. You bring healing. You people bring healing to that algorithm. Very necessary healing. Very soothing, loving, nurturing type of healing. You are necessary. You are, what did they call them? You not required workers. What did they call them when they wanted everyone to stay in their houses, but they let certain people come out? Not mandatory workers. What's it called? Oh man, I know people are saying it out loud right now, and I look like an idiot because I can't think of it. Necessary? No. Super necessary work? No. Bro, for real? Well, you guys know what I'm saying, and if you do, please leave it in the comment section below and expand my vocabulary. So let me go right here. I want to thank you for being here on your commute, during your shift, while you're having a hard time sleeping, whatever you're doing, I appreciate you being here. I know that the World Wide Web is very saturated. You got a lot of options, but you decided to park it right here for a little bit. And that means more to me than I could explain. And I'm not just talking about like because I don't know, because of like a limited vocabulary, because I'm pretty proud of my vocabulary. I'm just talking about time, because we're about to go live right now. So I'm talking like time wise. That's what I mean. But I thank you for being here. You're a rare breed, special race of people. So after the factors, let's welcome in the real timers. Let's welcome in those real timers, the people that want that high, the people that want to ride that high of being here in the moment, being here in the moment together, where everybody knows your name. And come on, wiped all of the mats. Come on, the long, reigning, defending champion. Oh, there's Justin. I'm going to talk about you right now, Justin. Justin, I have to speak my piece. And I think you're okay with that. I believe you left it up to me. And I feel that I must. If I were a tech innovator, they would call me Elon Musk. because I have to. I have to. I cannot not. I must speak up on this, Justin Sanders. Do I have your permission, Justin Sanders? Do I have your green light? Kaimon, reigning, defending, and still. I appreciate you. Because I forgot my keys at the pad. So I appreciate you very much. Noah. What's up, man? You hanging out at your house or what? Hanging out at your house? You commuting? What are you doing? Where are all the slow pokes? Come on. Come on is coming in with that mental warfare. How are you doing, GM? I'm kind of regretting my my attire right now. It's very hot. It's very hot right now. The people that came to fix my AC today, it was working when they showed up. And because it works when it works, and then when it doesn't want to, it doesn't. You know, like when you take your car to the mechanic. And they said, well, call us back when it's in the act of not working. And I'm like, bro, you fools are the ones that tell me every time, oh, yeah, we'll come out, but it's going to be between 5 a.m. and 6:50 a.m. Like, you come in the dumbest hours when, of course, it's not even going to be hot. It's not even going to be putting any stress on the machine, you know? You guys are the, like, what do you do? What do you do post 8 a.m.? How come you could never, ever come out at a time that makes more sense? I don't understand it. T-Now's present. Hey, I sent you an email. It's kind of long. Maybe you should check it out later. Melancholy. I hope you're not feeling melancholy today. I hope you're feeling a little bit better than that. Not a lot. You don't need to brag or nothing. Just at least a little bit. Grando HVS. Sorry I sent so many emails, bro. It's going to be for days. It's going to be for days. Wait a minute. I didn't see your follow-up emails. Let me see what's going on. You're good, bro. You have nothing. You have nothing to... You don't got to worry about nothing, bro. Oh, let me see what's going on here. Let me read this. I'm going to get to my topic in a moment. Let me see what's going on. Oh, bro. Oh, you're good, bro. You're good. You're good. Look, let me see if I could alleviate any of let me see if I could alleviate any of what's happening right now. Because let me see. Let me take a peek right here. Okay, I guess they did. I guess they did intervene because I got an email and I got your note. I got an email that showed the full amount. And I see your note about, you know what you said about keeping things civil and amounts and stuff like that. So it went through, but I think maybe because they thought blah 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 when I went on blah blah blah. I don't mean to blah 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 you. I always do that when I'm reading. Blah blah yada 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 blah blah blah. You're good, bro. You're good, bro. You're good, bro. Gosh, I'm so hot in here. Don't even worry about it, bro. It'll all be good. It'll all be good. And I saw you were throwing out some different options. I'll look into that once we get off here in a while. But don't you worry your pretty little beanie about it. Illuminati Killer finally got a notification. So kind of you to join us. I'm just playing. I know it's YouTube's fault. Don't worry, Jim. I got another. Okay, I'll remember for next time. Come on. That's why I keep beeping in the metal detectors. I'm gonna be HVAC certified first week of next month. I got you, Jim. Hey! Hey, I finally found a new way. Okay, my AC's messed up. My garage door won't open up all the way. What else? Does anyone fix garage doors? That's cool, Kaimon. I know some people that do that, some relatives. That's really cool, man. And T-Nows, I used to be an HVAC dispatcher. Business hours are business hours. They put in mad hours in the summer after 5. What the heck? See, these people are dumb. Even after, yeah, I don't got anybody around these parts coming out after hours. They act like they don't even exist, even close to noon. I've never seen anyone's face past 9 a.m. around here. And then, yeah, this is the second time where they've been like, yeah, you got to call us when it's actually doing it. Otherwise, we don't know. I don't know what to tell you. What the heck? Yeah, T-Nows, I get it. That's what I was doing yesterday. I completely understand it. So let me get to the topics. I want to get through these topics, and then we could chop it up afterwards. I could fix your door too, Hefe. I'm a Zach of all trades. It's I think it's just a little bit off the track or whatever. Cause what happens, and this might sound familiar to you, I don't know. When I push the button, it'll open like 10 inches. It'll open just under a foot, and then it gets jammed. It won't go anymore. One time out of 10, it'll open all the way perfect. But every other time, it'll jam. And then every once in a while, it'll open just fine. But most of the time, it jams. And I found a little hack. If I use the remote, and when I push the remote, if I like use my hand and I push up on it as it's opening, just past that foot mark and then let it go, it'll go the rest of the way. I just have to guide it. When it's in that little kind of 10 inches, between 10 inches and 15 inches range, I just got to push on it. And then once it's up, let it go. It's all good. And it closes just fine. It's just when it gets a little part, I don't know if it's a little too crooked or what. It just needs a little extra push every time. Okay. So let me get through these topics that we have for today. And I want to it's been a little while since I've done this. I want to be able to get through some timestamps. And Justin Sanders, I don't want you to maybe I will revisit the announcement when you feel like everything aligns and we're all good and you feel comfortable and we know everything's all good to go. Cause like, yeah, you mentioned something about deflation and I understand that, a little anticlimactic. So whenever you feel good about it and it's real and everything, then I have some stuff I want to say about it. So now we'll just we'll anticipate it. We'll anticipate it. Everyone, please like the video like Justin Sanders. Like the video like Justin Sanders. Chanclas up. I appreciate it. Breaking news, by the way. I'm a little bit scattered. Let me have a sip of water. I'm having water in loving memory of Jane Caulfield. And Jane Caulfield's not even here right now. Jane Caulfield's off having a pineapple burrito. Welcome to episode 8 of the All of a Sudden podcast. They said over and over that it couldn't and wouldn't be done. And some people said it shouldn't be done. But here we are. And I remember very specifically someone from the community, I think someone that was being a little chistoso, someone that was trying to, be a little bit silly, implied that we wouldn't get past episode 10. And I get it. It's been a roller coaster in the Mexican martial arts. We've gone back and forth a time or two with some different experiments. But this is episode 8 of the All of a Sudden podcast. It is the number 1. And I thank you. And you have made this possible. It's nothing that I've done. You have made this possible. What's up, Shannon? The All of a Sudden podcast is now officially the number 1 MMA podcast on YouTube by a Mexican grandmaster. And I want to congratulate you and I want to say thank you because that's your doing. You should be proud of yourselves. Breaking news, Tom Aspinall does not want to be sacrificed for the United States. Tom Aspinall wants to have nothing to do with the White House event. He wants to distance himself from the idea, from the entire concept. He says it's unmotivating, it's boring. He says, I don't want it. You shouldn't want it, to Ariel Hawini. The people shouldn't want it. The fans shouldn't want it. He says, I don't care about the White House. I don't care about Donald Trump. I don't care about America. He's bitter. He understands his role in this event. And I won't take the credit for it. I did do a podcast with Jesse on Fire earlier. Yes, okay, fine. You got it out of me. And Jesse on Fire brought up something. How savage it would be if Aspinall simply embraced it. If he chose to, if he willingly came out in a red coat. That would gain some respect right there. I could respect that. Be the heel. But he says, nope, I don't want to do it. He does not want to be seen as that sacrificial lamb. Tom Aspinall understands that it's not Aspinall versus Jones. It's not even Aspinall versus Derek Lewis. Because we know, I brought it up before, John Jones retired. Ha! I said it's only a matter of time. He's not done. He will be back. He's going to fight A, B, and C. Just watch. People say, you're crazy. He's done. He's a duck. He's scared. Came right back out of retirement. Said, I'll fight Aspinall at the White House. Oh, I guess he's not a duck. He said, no, for all his reasons. Another thing that me and Jesse on Fire touched on today. Reportedly, and I'm going a little bit out of track here, but stay with me. You can rewind. It's okay. Allegedly, see, there's good and bad to what Ariel Hawini claims. He got very mad at Logan Paul the other day saying, I don't rat out anybody. I don't snitch on anybody. If somebody tells me something, I don't talk. I don't say anything. My lips are sealed. I'm not going to blah, blah, blah. And I think he got a little bit too upset, little heated, little defensive. Me thinking that thou is das protectis too mucheth. He got a little bit emotional about it. But it's very convenient, Ariel Hawini, when you say, I don't say anything. It's in the vault. If somebody tells me something, I'm not saying it. I'm not giving my sources. I'm not citing anybody. Oh, okay, cool. So no accountability. You could say whatever you want ever in the world. It doesn't matter how crazy it is. And you could get away with it by default of, oh, I can't tell you who said it or when or what. No details. So you're just never going to get held accountable for anything whatsoever. There's no checks and balances. You can make up anything and be like, oh, I'm the top of the line kind of reporter. I don't give up anybody. I ain't a snitch. So there's no way we could ever evaluate what you're saying. You've become immune. You've made yourself immune. And you've framed it in such a way that you think it, something prestigious. Anyway, Ariel Hawini claims that it has been outed, it has been proven that Jon Jones was indeed, in fact, offered $30 million. Now, there's A and B. A, I don't believe that. I believe that's one of the kind of things where, like, when Jake Paul's talking about inflated numbers, when Oscar De La Hoya's talking about numbers or whatever, and when it finally gets back to Dana White, which it probably will, because there's always someone out there that when we finally get to a press fight post conference, Dana White's like, what? What'd you say? What'd you say? What'd you say? What? And then the lady comes and whispers in his ear, and he goes, oh, you're an idiot. That's not true. And that's not a Dana White impression. I can't do a Dana White impression. But I knew I had to talk different than my normal self. There had to be some sort of differentiation. So I'm very confident that if somebody grabs onto that and brings it up at the press conference, hey, by the way, Dana White, is it true that Jon Jones, Ariel Hawini has reported, is it true that Jon Jones was actually offered $30 million for the fight? And that's probably when they'll go, what? Who said that? Ariel Hawini. Oh, yeah, well, he's an idiot. There you go. I'm very confident that it's too easy. It's too clean cut for the perfect narrative. If you want to believe it, fine. You could believe it just as easily as I'm not believing it. I can't hold it against you. But B, let's say he was offered $30 million. And again, fine, you got it out of me. I give up. I did do a podcast earlier with Jesse on Fire. And we were talking about this. Let's say he was offered the $30 million. Because I got all my homies with me. I don't think it's about money for Jon Jones. We are family. Because I got all my homies with me. Jon Jones is not someone that lives the most crazy, ridiculous, extravagant lifestyle. Think about different UFC fighters that we've seen who do live that way. Who do spend the money. Conor McGregor, probably the best one. Tyrone Woodley basically blew through all his money at this point. Even Ilia Tapuera. We see him in his cars with the Now Boys. There was some other fighters showing off Lamborghinis and stuff like that. Adesanya, other people. Jon Jones doesn't do that. He still lives in Arizona. I got all my homies with me. And he lives in a pretty underwhelming house for his status. He could live in an entirely different situation. I got all my homies but he doesn't seem to be someone that finds his worth in money. We are family. Because I got all my homies with me. I don't think Jon Jones is motivated by money. And I think it's very easy for people to point the finger and assume and judge and critique. Because unfortunately, most of us are motivated by money. But I think we could tell by all the things that we've observed over the years, Jon Jones is not categorized as most of us. I think what Jon Jones was seeking was validation, approval, love. I think he was seeking the put your money where your mouth is type of validation. For Jon Jones to say, no, I will not fight Tom Aspinall. And then, a week and a half later say, fine, I will fight Tom Aspinall. We are clearly family. He was not afraid of him. I got all my homies with me. It is insane to me how some people could think that he's scared of him, that he ducked him. You see, somebody could retire, somebody could leave and not fight someone without it being a duck. Especially when they come right back and say, ooh, I like these circumstances. I will fight him.
Cause I got all my homies with
How
me.
could anyone still use that term when he's willing to do it? I'll be right back after this commercial break. ARJR721. Cause I got all my homies with me. ARJR721 just threw down 10 Mexican martial arts memberships. And I already said earlier, I feel like we're going to break through the next 100. I feel like we're going to break through the next 100 today. We were already on the better side of 550. Closer than ever to 600. Closer than ever to 200 million.
We are family.
Cause I got all my homies with me. Congratulations, Vic. Shane A. Sr. Drinking Raw Terps. Eric. Venom.
Cause I got all my homies with
Miss
me.
Mabel Bassett. Sebastian Acereca. Henschel. Charles Barkley. Enemy, and Nubs. Congratulations. Thank you, ARJR721. Unbelievable. ARJR721, aka Unbelievable. Thank you, ARJR721. We are smashing records tonight.
Family.
Cause I got all my homies with me. We're smashing records tonight like if it was John Lennon saying that they were bigger than Jesus all over again. We're smashing records tonight. Thank you, ARJR721. Justin Sanders. It is past the point of comprehension.
We are
Family. Cause I got all my homies with me. Justin Sanders just slapped down 10 Mexican martial arts memberships. The only type that could have this many family members, this many relatives, is a Mexican type of community, a Mexican family.
We are
family. Cause I got all my homies with me. Justin Sanders has just paved the way for Harley Mon, Rebecca Ribani, Lou Reed, walking on the wild side, Zane Khan, Johnny Cash, video comment, Black in the Day, Black in my day, Black in the Day, Connie Not Found, B's Basic Bites, and Flexican 24. Thank you, Justin Sanders. Thank you, Justin Sanders. You are a hero. Thank you, Justin Sanders. I salute you. Cody Chapman, keeping the music going. Keeping that jukebox playing. Thank you, Cody Chapman, for producing some more gringos in this chat. I can't see anything but green names. It feels like this is a members only stream. Thank you, Cody Chapman. We got Joe. We got Joe Buddy. We got Ben G. Sup, it's M. And Filet Mignon. All of you that have just joined the membership, I hope you know if you go to my YouTube homepage, there's a tab, Membership Perks, where you can see all the behind the stuffs that the Gem Pop has no access to. It's the dark web of the Mexican martial arts. You used to need a VPN to get there, but not anymore. Just need a couple bucks. And we figured it out. Got to get in there while it's hot. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, ARJR721. Unbelievable. Thank you, Justin Sanders. Thank you, Cody Chapman. Thank you, the Dry Lich. I can't believe we have to do this, Grandmaster. DDP wins via Diamond Cutter. When he wins, I get my new bout in the dojo. You win, I give the membership. Dry Lich. If it was Diamond Cutters that we were talking about, if it was Diamond Dallas Page, this would be a whole different conversation. This would be a whole different stream, and it would be a whole different thumbnail. I agree. Whole different type of fight. Entirely different threat. Now, I'm going to be positive, and I'm going to assume that you're not referring to anything that Plessis does as the diamond cutter. Not only would that be grossly inaccurate, it would be somewhat blasphemous. Doctor Stoppage! Doctor Stoppage! Dry Lich. You win, I gift the membership. I win, you get a bout in the dojo. Okay. Okay, screenshot it. I see you. Tom Aspinall wants nothing to do with the United States of America. He hates you. He hates the United States and everything that it stands for. He's bitter. He's upset. Donald Trump he attends many of the events now. And I'm not going to take this in a political direction. But Donald Trump attends events now. It's brought up that there's going to be an event at the White House. Obviously, Tom Aspinall cannot help but feel alienated. He cannot help but feel insulted and offended when he finds out that it's not just an event at the White House. It's an event that will commemorate the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, which was what? If we have Tom Aspinall versus any American, it is the highest form of LARPing that we have ever seen. And Tom Aspinall is the sacrificial lamb. So he made it very clear he has no interest whatsoever in the event. He made it clear that, and okay, that's fair. That's fair. Tom Aspinall could mention stuff about England, the UK, whatever, Britain. I don't know why that place has to have so many names. I don't understand it. Every time I'm talking to someone, it's like, okay, so you, like, it's in England, right? Or, oh, Britain, or UK, okay, so United Kingdom, okay, the United, whatever, the pawns or the others. How many places, we got all these omnipotent people that live out of England. They all live in more than one place. Is it, no, it's omniscient, right? So, Tom Aspinall, I could understand, because if you bring up places from England, I'll be like, yeah, I don't even know. Where does the Queen live, or the King, or I don't know. I don't know about that place. It's hard to connect with it, right? But it's different with fighters. It's different with UFC fighters. It was different when it was Pride, because you're like in Japan all the time. You're going all over the world. UFC fighters, you got quite the American base. You even got UFC MMA talking YouTube heads that adjust their lives and adjust their time for America. Everybody knows this. You could be a fighter. You could be a YouTuber. Everyone puts their clocks on that U.S. time. Don't pretend like you don't understand what the White House is, or what that would mean, or how big that will be. He's acting like we're just talking about some random spot in England that doesn't mean anything. There's a lot of relevance here. What the sport means in this part of the world, the connection that Dana White has with the president and all that. And again, nothing to do with politics per se. They just happen to be homeboys. So it makes sense. Let's say Dana White, the way that he is with Trump. Let's say Dana White was homeboys with, like, what's a good example? Let's say he was homeboys with Michael Jackson back when Michael Jackson was still alive. And they were like, hey, let's do a event at the Neverland Ranch. Or like, if Walt Disney was alive, he's like, let's do a big event at Disneyland. Like, it just makes sense because of relationships. And I feel like Aspinall's trying to turn it political. And he's trying to take it like in a Luke Thomas kind of direction, where he's trying to play the other side of the spectrum. And he's trying to kind of gain a crowd on that end of it. Like, yeah, why are we doing that? We're going to lose fans and we're going to lose people. Why are they politicize it? It's not about that. But he made it very clear that's how he views it. He's the bad guy. He's the red coat. He's the lamb. And he's not down with it. It doesn't matter if it's Jones. And you could tell it came out in his manner of speaking when Ariel Hawini brought up John Jones. It was bigger than that. It wasn't just about Jones. He didn't want to have nothing to do with the White House event. He wasn't excited about it, and he thought it was dumb. So I just want people, hey, Jane Caulfield, I already let the people know I was drinking this in your memory. It's 7-Up. Angel. I just want, if there's any Tom Aspinall fans out there, and again, I want people to understand, you've been somewhat indoctrinated. There's a lot of people out there that are Tom Aspinall fans, and they're writing pretty hard, and they're saying a lot of stuff in comments. And all it is misdirected passion. There were so many John Jones haters, and they kind of feel like they lost him. It's kind of like when Tony Ferguson leaves the UFC, Nate Diaz leaves the UFC. It's like, what do you do with all this build up that you had for these? Like, it can't just disappear. Matter cannot be created nor destroyed, right? At least since the beginning, right? So what are you going to do with it? It's misdirected passion. There were all these people that hated John Jones. And the last form that it took was, oh, here's my reason why I'm hating him today. And by the way, I've never liked John Jones. Don't get it twisted. I'm just being objective. The last form that it took was he's a duck. Because it takes many forms. John Jones is a shapeshifter. Your hatred and disgust toward him can take the form of he, allegedly, for all the things I'm about to say, he hits ladies, he hits people in cars, he gets drunk and fights people, he gives police officers problems, he traumatizes his kids and does stuff in front of them, he's with ladies that he's not supposed to be with, he is a druggie, he's a this and that. The last form that took was duck. And that's what it was for a long time. Duck, 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 duck. So that passion that you felt toward him, that negativity, it automatically, by default, linked in someone else. If you're a duck, then you're ducking somebody. That somebody was Tom Aspinall. So all that anger that people had toward him was connected in a way to Tom Aspinall, and then when he left and that branch was cut off, it ricocheted into affection toward Tom Aspinall. Poor Tom. He's the one that got ducked. He's the one that wasted 2 years of his life. He's the one that the UFC did wrong. He's the one that so on and so on and so on and so on. So by default, you transferred all that energy you had toward John Jones to Tom Aspinall, and now he's your hero. Now he's an idol. Now he's the best. Somehow Tom Aspinall overnight turned into the greatest heavyweight champion of all time. Has anybody noticed that? Very quickly, somehow Tom Aspinall, the interim champ, just because someone retired, by the way, might as well be Max Holloway getting a belt from Dustin Poirier. Overnight, because someone retired, people are acting like Tom Aspinall is the greatest heavyweight of all time. Tom Aspinall said in an interview, and I could find it, I could pull it up. He said in an interview, and look, I actually sort of praised him for this when he said it, because there are many good things behind this, but not being a fighter wise. Tom Aspinall made the statement in an interview that his dad is his manager, and that if his dad ever decided to stop doing it, that Tom Aspinall would stop fighting. Cold turkey. I'm done. I'm out.
Cause I got all my homies with me.
If his daddy stops managing him, he's out. That's all it takes.
We are family. Cause I got all my homies with me.
As a son, and then from the perspective of a father, family members, wives, cool, great, amazing, awesome. Fighter-wise, that's just like when Justin Poirier was saying after, I think, one of the Conor fights, I don't love this no more. I don't love this no more. I don't want to do this no more. I'm not in love with this. Same thing. If my dad, hey, you know how I'm like the heavyweight champion of the world right now by default? Yeah, I'll quit tomorrow if my dad quits. You know how you guys are all mad at John Jones for ducking and holding up a division and just bitching about like that? Yeah, I'll do the same thing if my dad retires. That's how locked in he is to the fight game right now.
We are family.
Cause I got all my homies with me. Look, what I want people to understand is that they're still. They are still. Not only did they misdirect all this anger and energy, whatever, even after the fact, even now that John Jones, well, can't quite say he's gone because he came back into the testing pool. But even after what happened, Tom Aspinall tells Ariel Helwani, I'm not interested. I don't want to fight John Jones. I'm not interested in the White House, period. Everyone in the comments, good. Yeah, you shouldn't give him a chance. Yeah, if you guys see what that proves is that your loyalty and your devotion and your affection is for Tom Aspinall. It's not for good fights. It's not for excitement. It's not for entertainment. It's not for the matches that make sense. It is simply for Tom Aspinall. When you see what's happening right now happen, and people are saying, good, Tom, because that's what he did to you. Good, you should do that to him. Stand your ground. That's exactly what, this is a payback. That's instant karma's going to get you. It's going to kick you right in the head. They're saying, yeah, good, Tom Aspinall. What are you doing? That's not being a fight fan. That's wanting to be Tom Aspinall's little boyfriend. That's all that is. That's not wanting entertainment, excitement, good fights, good matchups. You just want to be Tom Aspinall's little boyfriend. He's not reading your comment. He's never going to date you. Stop it. What you should be saying is, wait a minute, Tom Aspinall. Wait a minute. Okay, here's what John Jones did, and we were all mad at him for it. Now you have the opportunity to either do the same thing, by the way, the same thing that we were mad at him for. You now have the opportunity to either do that, or you could do what we all wanted him to do and do the fight. Now you could be the bigger person. Now you can show that you're the one that's not scared. Now you can show that you're the one that will rise to the occasion. Now you can show that you're the one that will give the fans what they want. Now you can show that you're the one that will never duck a fight like that. But no, he's doing the same thing. The same thing that people got mad at John Jones for, and they're going, good. Yes. Yes, King. Yes, Tom. You go, Tom. You stand your ground. You don't let him bully. Don't let him bully you, son. Don't let him bully you, son. Yeah, what are you doing? You're shooting yourself in the chanclas. Didn't you want that fight? Isn't that what you were crying about? Isn't that what you were mad and calling him a duck? Now you're saying, yeah, don't do it. That is 100% just trying to please Tom Aspinall. That's not good for the sport. It's not good for entertainment. It's not good for the division. It's not good for history, for legacy, for Hall of Fame. It's a stupid take. You're acting like you're BFFs. We want that fight. You wanted that fight for 2 years. Now you're acting like that girlfriend where like the girlfriend and the boyfriend had one fight. They're like, oh yeah, you leave him. You leave him. And then she's lonely. And then, you know, she's 50. It's bad advice. Unbelievable. Correct me if I'm wrong. Stop me when I lie. Unbelievable hypocrisy. Speaking of unbelievable, ARJR721, aka Unbelievable, just gifted 10 more Mexican martial arts memberships. I have a feeling we're already past 600. I have a feeling we're already past 600. I want to say congratulations to Chase, to Soul. Hey, congratulations, Chase. Chase has been here. Chase, Soul, Kyle Coro, Alex Papaco, Ty Collier, Shady Character, Visaris, Trey Landing. What's up, Trey Landing? Trey Landing, JR, and Scooter Brown. Thank you, ARJR721. This is a man. This is a individual that makes something from nothing. This man creates. He is a welder. He makes magic with his hands. He makes something from nothing, and that's what he's doing for this community. He's building this community from the ground up. He's taking little raw materials off the shelf and doing like Edward Scissorhands, making artwork, building this beautiful family. Thank you, ARJR721. All of you that just got that membership. YouTube homepage, my YouTube homepage, members perks tab. That is the dark web of the Mexican martial arts. Lots of stuff in there, not for the general population's eyeballs. They're for your balls, for your eyeballs. Angel Padilla, what's the count now, GM? Let's check. Let's check on this. Let's take a look. Let's take a little peekaboo. Let's take a little peekaboo. I'm feeling nervous. I'm feeling nervous. That was good timing. That was good timing. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at 602 members. 602 members. I'm going to get another notification tomorrow from YouTube saying congratulations. We love you. How are you doing it? And I'm going to say, it's not me. It's not me. 602 members. We have never been closer to 2 million. Our goal of 2 million. We've never been closer. 602. They said it would never be done. Unbelievable. Tarinto, I just want John Jones out of my life once and for all. That I understand. That I understand. However, people just have to, unless they say, you know what, hey, I don't even care. I'm a hypocrite. I admit I'm a hypocrite. I admit that I have double standards. I just hate them so much, blah, blah, A, B, and C. Okay. But it is wild what people are doing right now in this situation, telling him, you're right. Don't entertain the thought of a John Jones fight at the White House and so on and so on. Forget it. That's what he did to you. That's stupid. Because now you're erasing everything you said about John Jones. Now you're going back on all the anger and frustration you had toward him because now you're egging on Aspinall to do the same thing. That's petty and illogical. I want to say thank you to I want to say thank you to Woodrow Wilson. I want to say thank you to Woodrow Wilson. I'm going to touch on it later, but you already all know about the Paramount deal. One of the worst things ever to happen for the fighters. The Paramount deal. Lots of money for the UFC, not so much for the fighters. Been a lot of discussion about pay-per-view points, negotiations. How are people going to make their money? Wilson Mitchell just threw down $200. I want people to understand the magnitude of this. You see, people are coming in here often and being unreasonably generous. And I want to make sure that nobody in the chat, nobody in this community becomes numb to the gesture. This is $200. $200. In a lot of cases, you have to work a couple days to make this, especially if you're talking about take home. That's a couple days worth of pay right there. Now, for someone like Wilson Mitchell, that might be a different story. But for the most of us, that's a couple days worth of pay right there. I don't want that to be lost on anybody. That's $201 bills. That's 200,000 quarters. That's like 2 million pennies. I want you to visualize this because I don't want to ever get to the point where we get desensitized and start to take this for granted. This is huge. For pay-per-view points. So even though Paramount's coming around and doing their thing, Wilson Mitchell saying, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to get you your pay-per-view points. I thank you, bro. I thank you. Thank you, Wilson Mitchell. Thank you, bro. I also want to say, wait, what? That was not what I thought it was. I also want to say thank you to ARJR721 for getting some merch from my merch store. It means a lot. It's really cool, the thought of people out there in the open world representing. That's very exciting to me. Thank you, Wilson Mitchell. So, I believe I've said all there is to say in regard to Tomas Aspinall. And I just want to reiterate, in case anybody missed or didn't quite understand what I'm saying. Ariel Helwani, I'll summarize as quickly as I can. Ariel Helwani brought up the topic of Aspinall fighting John Jones at the White House. Not only did Tom Aspinall say, nope, don't even want to think about it, and he said it sounds boring. If you're going to be dismissive, if you're going to try to find a way out of it, calling it boring isn't the smartest route. There's no angle from which that would be boring for anybody involved. And even beyond that, he didn't want to have nothing to do with the White House event. He's put off by it. He's offended. He's insulted. He knows that he'd be coming in as the red coat. 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence at the White House. It's going to be America versus England. And now Aspinall's ducking. He's ducking the White House. He's ducking America. Tom Aspinall is ducking America. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know you can hear me, Jane. Next topic. Dricuss Doo Plessis takes the rage bait, loses the mental warfare. I totally understand it, Jane. I totally understand it. Now, I don't understand how someone could like Tom Aspinall. He just seems so unbelievably cringy and unlikable to me. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But I understand you liking some. I understand us not all liking the same people, but I cannot wrap my beanie around anybody liking Tom Aspinall. He does seem like a good dude. He seems like he loves his dad, loves his family, loves his dog. He just seems annoying. And I understand someone not liking John Jones. All I'm speaking about is just the inconsistencies that some people are approaching the situation with. There you go, Jane. Okay. Dricuss Doo Plessis takes the rage bait, loses the mental warfare. I don't know if you had the chance to see that press conference. Now, Dricuss Doo Plessis was starting to become known as that guy that could get into the heads of his opponents, similar to what Conor McGregor would do to people. And he would make Adesanya cry. He would make Strickland get emotional, get angry, start to lash out, lose control. He knew how to really bring it out of people. And I feel like he finally encountered a situation like Conor McGregor did when he encountered Nate Diaz. Someone that was dead on the inside. Someone that he could insult day and night and he'd be like, you better hope. Better hope. He's like, bro, that's all you got. Say something. Say something that I could improv with, I could add to, and yes, and he was like, better hope. Better hope. So then Doo Plessis in there with Chamoyev, and he's saying this and that, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to walk away the champ, and he's going to feel lost for the first time, and then they're like, how do you feel, Hamza? He's like, go to war. I came to kill. Okay, Doo Plessis, what about this? And he said that in social media and memes and joking about each other. How do you feel, Hamza? You know, I'm ready. Time for war. He gave him nothing. He gave him nothing. But you know who did give DDP something? The crowd. And even before that, they met up wherever, some lobby or something, and everyone was talking about how much bigger Chamoyev looked. And look, anybody, we understand angles. You get behind someone and hold the phone like this, it could change everything. You know, you send photos and videos, on your phone. You know about angles. You know about lighting and whatnot. So, we learned that with Conor McGregor recently. So, Doo Plessis couldn't just let it go. Now, I know a lot of people were joking and saying, well, I'm changing my bet. Comes out, looks huge. Oh, I don't know now. Doo Plessis fans are scared. But still, in the back of your beanie, everyone's like, we get how angles work. You know, sometimes you see on social media where someone will stand by like the Leaning Tower of Pisa and they'll put their hand on it or something and it looks all little. Like, we understand spacing, distance, lighting, like all that stuff, angles. But Doo Plessis, he could not let it go. Again, this is something that like universally everyone understands. You could have a photo and someone's like standing a certain distance away from like a house or something like that, and either the person or the house will look so big just depending on the perspective. But he just had to come out and defend himself. After that footage was released and everyone kept talking about it, he was pleading his case. And he's like, no, it's angles. It's angles. Believe me, I'm bigger. Believe me. You got to believe me. You guys believe me, right? I'm big. Haven't you heard Brandon Schaub talking about me? Haven't you heard Joe Rogan talking about my body? I'm huge. I'm huge. You don't trust me? He sounded like George Costanza. I was in the pool. I was in the pool. He was very defensive. He kept going on and on about it. And it was the same thing today when he was at the press conference. The first time he got asked the question and he had the opportunity to pick up that microphone and say something, it was like he saw a ghost. He could not believe the reception that he was getting. It got to him. It set him aback. He had to pause. He was at a loss for words. He paused so much at one point that another reporter cut in before he even answered the question and started asking his question. And the dude that was moderating the thing had to pull him back. He was like, hey, he didn't answer the question yet. He got so stuck. Did you guys see that? Did anyone pick up on that? He got so stuck in the press conference when a reporter asked him something. The one after was like, well, I guess I'll just ask my question now. And Plessis kept doing that thing where he's like, you know, I don't know if you're watching the screen, but he was doing that thing where he was egging on the audience. And look, we see that all the time. We see it from one of my favorite fighters of all time, El Mero Mero. We would see it from Masvidal all the time. You know when you're watching a fighter, it ain't Michael Jordan, it ain't basketball. You know when you're watching a fighter and they're getting teed off on and they're getting kicked in the head and they start sticking out their tongue and smiling. That's not a good sign. They're compensating. They're trying to save face. And that's what Plessis, he was doing his version of that. He became the Adesanya in this situation. He became the Sean Strickland in this situation. He finally met that roadblock. He met his match like Conor did with Diaz. He met that match today. He couldn't get in Chamoyev's head. And therefore, it got into his head. Everything was in his head so much. I don't know if you noticed. He wanted to make so sure today that he wasn't smaller than Chamoyev. The way he gelled up his hair so he could be at the same headline with Chamoyev. He did not want a single soul indicating that he was shorter than Chamoyev again. He had that Ricky Martin today. I watched the entirety of the press conference. I streamed it. I was sitting here watching it. Very, very, very thrown off by the crowd. He squared up with the crowd long before he went toe-to-toe and squared up for pictures with Chamoyev at the end. He was at war with the crowd. It's mental warfare. That's such a huge part of it. And again, I was talking with Jesse on Fire about it earlier today. And it sounded like he was kind of leaning toward Plessis. And he was saying, it's the mindset. It's the mindset. He's got that rugby mindset. And I told him, because he said he could always go that extra. He could always do that. I think above and over the physicality, he's got that mindset that other people don't have. Well, it's been broken today. And the narrative of the longer the fight goes, you know, that's the way Plessis likes it. Because he knows he's got the gas tank. He'll stretch fights out. He could do that against Strickland and Adesanya. And against Whitaker. He didn't have to, but he could have. But you can't do that with Chamoyev, because if Chamoyev gets tired, he's going to grab you. And you could be a world-class Olympian. You could be Daniel Comer. Did you see that photo of Chamoyev throwing around Daniel Comer like a rag doll? There is no angle from which Plessis has the upper hand in this situation. Plessis is praised for being so awkward and unorthodox. That's it. Wilson Mitchell has landed. Hey, Robert, you could do it right now, fool. What are you waiting for? You gonna let a win or loss decide your actions? Don't be so wishy-washy. Choose your own path. another thing I was talking about earlier with Jesse on Fire, now that Robert brings it up, is Plessis' horrible resume. And I think I touched on it earlier when I was streaming. He has, let me see. Oh, he got submitted in EFC by this dude that no one's ever heard of. So, I mean, we're talking about facing Chamoyev. He's getting submitted by this dude in the EFC. Got KO'd by Robert Solid. Okay, so he has a couple losses. And then he fought Marcus Perez. He got some creative players down here. Marcus Perez, Trevin Giles. So this is like barely getting in, making your prelim debut. Brad Tavares. Again, Brad Tavares is that dude that you got to fight. He's that dude that you got to fight in your first 1 or 2 fights. He's that dude that's known for the legendary people's first fight or two. So that's, he's going up the chain consistently. Darren Till, enough said. Derek Brunson, these guys are widely, famously known as memes within the MMA community. They hang around for their entertainment, for their personality, for their character, not for their wins, not for their resumes. Robert Whitaker, again, widely held as the Apostle Peter within the MMA community, as he is the official gatekeeper of the middleweight division. Sean Strickland, the social media destroyer. All the hype and all the talk, all the buildup that I constantly hear about Plessis, how dominant and big and crazy he is. What a monster. He had to go 5 rounds to a split decision with the fighter that everybody makes fun of and says he talks and talks and talks and talks and talks like a wild man, like a savage on social media. But when he gets in the cage, all he does is jab. He's not dangerous. He's pathetic. He's boring. Of course, I'm talking about Sean Strickland. Plessis went 5 rounds to a split decision with him. I need some critical thinkers within the MMA community. I need some people that could juggle thoughts. I need some people that could think of one thing at a time. You can't say what you say about Plessis after seeing that split decision 5-rounder. And then Israel Adesanya. That man's been broken. He has the Ronda Rousey mindset. Ego gone. Never the same after Blachowicz. What an achievement. And then you have Sean Strickland again. And Plessis learned nothing. Because it was another 5-rounder. 10 rounds with the social media destroyer. What would Chamoyev do to Strickland? This is the resume of this monster that everyone's building up. Same kind of person that's applauding Tom Aspinall for ducking John Jones at the White House. You must hate America. Y'all must hate America. That's a new soundbite. Y'all must hate America. I don't know why, but y'all must hate America. Y'all must hate America. What are you going to do if Dudu wins? I'm going to go to Dagestan 2-3 years and forget. Breaking news. Breaking news. Dana White, knight in shining armor, is the hero that no one expected. I kind of touched on this the other day, but I wanted to format it this way specifically for all of a sudden. I feel like we hadn't done this in a while. I know a couple of the things I already kind of touched on, but I wanted to wet my beanie a little bit and kind of jump back into the format. I appreciate your patience. it was announced recently that the UFC has signed a 7-year deal with Paramount. $7.7 billion. And everyone keeps saying, how is it that they did, 5 years or whatever with ESPN for like $1 billion, but they're doing 7 years for $7 billion? Well, it's because they're robbing the fighters. They're giving more money to the company. They're giving more money to the executives. They're pumping more money into marketing. They're paying Nina Drama. This money is going to go, this is going to benefit Nina Drama more than it's going to benefit the fighters. What's up, Drew?
Our family. Cause I got all my homies with me.
I appreciate you. What's up, Drew?
We are family. Cause I got all my homies with me.
5 Mexican martial arts memberships from What's Up, Drew. 5.
We are family.
Congratulations, Stephen
I
Brown.
got all my homies
Michael
with me.
K. Bob and Lola's Journey. C. Pearson and Scrapping.
We are
5
family.
Mexican martial
Cause I
arts
got
memberships.
all my homies with me.
We are moving our way in a healthy direction beyond 600.
We are family.
Before this stream, we were still in the 5s.
Cause I got all my homies with me.
And we're moving at a rate where we're not even going to have zeros in the 6s anymore. We're moving in a healthy, steady direction. Thank you. What's up, Drew? Thank you for growing this family. You are appreciated. I hope you don't miss out on my whole YouTube homepage perks membership tab. Putting that algorithm in a figure 4 leg lock. So Paramount is paying a big fat amount, but that doesn't benefit the fighters. They're getting capped off. They're not getting their pay-per-view. And I'm going to get to the point real quick on this one, because I've said a lot about this. But I want it to be known that Dana White is the unsung hero in this situation. And it seems like people just like to complain about everything all the time for no reason, all at once. People were complaining about paying $80 for the pay-per-view. And then people were complaining, oh, now I got to get a Paramount subscription. I don't have Paramount. I'm not going to get a Paramount subscription. Which, by the way, is weird. Because if you were complaining about paying for the pay-per-view, if you were complaining about paying for ESPN Plus, and now you're complaining about having to get a Paramount, what won't you complain about? Do you want the UFC to pay you? Should the UFC pay you to watch? I don't understand the expectation. Why are we so entitled? Why are we all freeloaders? It seems like people want to get paid to sit there and watch fights. People didn't want to pay ESPN Plus $80. They don't want to pay Paramount. And now they're upset that Dana White's still talking about potential pay-per-views. I was saying as soon as they made that deal that now our fighters are on fixed incomes and have no potential to make money. Then Dana White comes out and says, oh, you know what? We're probably going to still at least make it possible to do pay-per-view sometimes. People revolt. Why? That's how the people you love to watch are going to get paid so that they could keep doing what they do. That's like the people that are ridiculously generous in here. They keep helping me to do what I do so I could keep the channel. It's no different. This is my pay-per-view points, like Wilson Mitchell said. The fighters are incentivized with pay-per-view points so you can show them, because they don't get an hourly wage. They don't get a salary where they know I could depend on this, I can count on this. And even if they do end up getting a wage from Paramount, it's not going to be comparable to like an NBA or NFL pay. That's not how it's structured. But if they have pay-per-views, that again becomes a possibility. And that's because of Dana White pushing for it. When the TKO executives are calling it antiquated. It's old. We don't need them anymore. That's old-fashioned. Dana White say, no, 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 no. We're actually doing one this weekend. It still works. That's how people make money. So I think people need to stop hating at every nook and cranny, at every direction, and see that there is some good in this, and some people are trying to fight for the good of the fighters. Think about it. Maybe you pay a little more, but it's for the content that you love. Do you want to not pay pay-per-view ever? Ever? And then all the fights we ever watch from this point out are all like prelim types of fights and events? You know how every once in a while, or maybe every lots in a while lately, we have those terrible, boring, lame types of cards? That will be every single weekend. If they don't have the pay-per-view incentive, they will phase out and they'll play other sports. Alexander Volkanovski will go back to rugby. And he's going to take Du Plessis with him. We got to take care of the fighters. Do you think the NBA players honestly deserve those ridiculous contracts? No, not at all. Not at all. Athletes and entertainers get paid what they do, by the way. And I know people don't like to hear stuff like this because people don't like to feel as out of control as we actually all are. People don't like to... People are quick to label things conspiracies and look at them as like wacky doodle, so they don't have to pay attention to uncomfortable things. But people like athletes and celebrities, musicians, movie stars, they get paid what they do. They get paid what they do because they are the great distractors. They are the great professional distractors. Instead of focusing on the things that are important, instead of asking the right questions, instead of looking into things, instead of doing our due diligence, instead of putting chanclas on the ground and finding out what's really going on in this world, we're watching the game. We're binging our TV show. We're watching movies. We're making TikToks. We've become lovers of self. We're inundated with ourselves and watching ourselves and listening to ourselves. And I do it. I'm guilty of it. We pop in some music and we listen to something that someone else conceived a long time ago when they were in the shower, and it's so weird. It's just this loop of us feeding off of we're lovers of selves. We're just constantly in this loop of consuming everyone else's loops. Stuff that people created and thought of and spewed, and it's like, okay, I'm going to consume that now. Something that some dude you'll never meet wrote in his apartment and some other person filmed it, and some other people. And by the way, they're probably all a bunch of weirdos that you would hate in real life and the kind of stuff they do behind the scenes, and they're probably at the island and all this and that. We're sitting down and we're binging their videos. Because what else are we going to do? And days and weeks and months and years go by, and we watched a lot of movies, didn't we? I wonder what people did before all those distractions. That's why they get paid so much. Super Blood Wolf Moon. Oh, Little Red Riding Hood. Just because the wolf shorts, I got to go for the chimichanga. Hey, Super Blood Wolf Moon, I'm glad that you brought that up. And yes, solidarity, I respect that. The shorts are terrible. And you could see Chamoyev's face. I felt bad for the dude. If it was another type of fighter, he'd be, man, these are ugly. What do they think? I ain't gonna wear it. Imagine like Rampage or someone. I ain't gonna wear these things. This is embarrassing. What do they think this is? He was trying to be polite. He was being tight-lipped about it. He didn't really want to say, what the heck is this? They were so embarrassing. And it was right. People were putting in the comments, these look like my swim trunks from Target from when I was a little kid. They look so corny and cartoonish and clip artish. They were so bad. Carlos says, disappointed in these lurkers tonight. 112 likes with 140 vatos watching. We do have to take into consideration, and I like it. I like it. It's a sign of growth. We have tumors in the chat. Not in the chat. They're lurking. We can't see them. We have tumors viewing us tonight. It's a growth. It's a benign growth because they're not active. We have benign growths watching and observing us right now. And I like it. You have hate. I've said it before. You have hate watchers and you have other YouTubers that are learning right now. They're taking notes. And they don't have to be in fear of being criticized for stealing my content because nobody sees my videos. It's all part of the master plan. Shout out to Flaco. Flaco loco. Flaco loco. Chael in DC. Chael in DC are watching right now. Probably with their little toesies up. They got some hot chocolate. I'm eating pickles and sunflower seeds right now. Bro. Hey, that's a good combination. I never thought about that. Sonny isn't hitting the like. Charlie, get out of here. You get 2 likes for every night. GM, I watch on my phone and TV. Hey, thank you, bro. Thank you. Hey, what's up, Chatty Fanny? They have no idea. It's working. It's working. You're the Tesla of MMA. Everyone steals from you. Pfft, hey. Yeah, bro. It's weird. It's a weird conundrum. It's a weird feeling to be in the situation I'm in where I always feel, I was starting to feel like I was invisible, you know? But there's too many coincidences. There's too many coincidences, and I decided to start taking it as a compliment. Take what you will. Good luck with it. See if you could do it better than me. Charlie, I can't let the like button get close. The green gold never going gray again. Oh, hey, thank you, Disc Golf Hutch. Thank you, bro. It's for life. NWO for life. Oh! Gotta make up for the lurks. Yeah, it was Jesse on Fire brought up a funny topic earlier about Nogano though. How he whipped up that deal with the PFL to go be an ambassador and do events in Africa, and he dipped on both of them. He just won't even go back to Africa anymore. And the PFL guy's so mad. He just pulled the switcheroo on him. I am, therefore, you're not. I don't watch other fight channels. Do they really rip content? Grendel, I mean, if they don't, then I truly am living in a stimulation. If they don't blatantly rip me off, then I am living in the Truman Show. There's no way that all the things that I see regurgitated are accidental. Wolfpack or Hollywood? Wait a minute. Wait, why did I wait? Was there a what was the other one? Because I know there was Hollywood Hogan and he was in the Wolfpack. But was there like another group that went by Hollywood? There's no way. I hate that I have to ask this because I should know this information. Bro kind of murdered someone on a bike. Did Francis Nogano kill someone on a bike? Are you serious? Bro kind of murdered someone on a bike, so Francis probably trying to lay low. What? Thank you, Disco Golf Disco Golf Hutch. Thank you. I'm going to try to be positive and continue to take it as compliments. I'm going to do my best. I feel like I'm Truman all the time. It's crazy, man. Like, watching that movie just made me look at it. Like, there's so many things that seem like, hey, it seems like the world was trying to tell us something with that movie. Thank you, Cody Chapman. We were talking about how we might do it again, like, very, very soon. Which would be cool, because we kind of took a little bit of a break. We're trying to do them somewhat frequently. Nogano killed the African lady and walked away. What? There was NWO, LWO, and Wolfpack. Wait a minute. So what's... Wait a minute. What the heck? Wasn't the Wolfpack in the NWO? The NWO Wolfpack was a subgroup within the larger New World Order, distinguished by its red and black color scheme. Kevin Nash, Randy Savage, Conan, Sting, Lex Luger. Híjole. I mean, man, I can't go against Hogan, man. I'm gonna have to go with the NWO. I'm gonna have to go with the white. I have to. I can't go against Hogan. But I love Kevin Nash. I love Randy Macho Man. Come on, Macho Man. I love Conan, Sting. Man. That's tough, man. Hold up. Did Francis Nogano kill a lady? Oh, snap. He did. A 17-year-old girl died. Nogano was reportedly riding a motorcycle and struck the girl. Oh, he immediately took her to the hospital and covered her medical expenses, but she succumbed to her injuries. Oh, snap. Oh, no. So that wasn't like, that was very recently. Wow, I had no idea. I had no idea. Yeah, I have to go with the NWO, man. I have to. We live in overstimulated times. We crave stimulation for its own sake. Yup. We gorge ourselves on it. We always want more, whether it's tactile, emotional, or sensual. Yup. Always. We live in that microwave generation. Mick Foley forever. Four Horsemen, man. That's a deep cut right there. That's for a real Puritan right there. Foley is good. Jimmy Superfly Snuka, that dude was hardcore, man. Francis said sorry, and the doctors got the blame. So the doctors killed her? Oh no. Wow. John Jones looks like a saint right now. Oh man. Uh okay, there we go. I have someone wait, what does that say? Is everyone gonna move to Bellator and make them now the new big boy on the block? It would be amazing and it would be fantastic for the sport if they had a competitor like that. Just think of the good old days. Think of the classic, that golden era where you had WWF versus WCW. And that's what people have with their basketball rivalries and football or whatever. And we don't really get to have that as much with MMA. I know it's like an individual sport and you get it one-on-one. But man, those promotion wars, that's so different. It's such a different feeling. And I think a lot of people at the end of their contracts or whatever, they're going to find things that make sense. And I think it's going to make some good competition. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, the Pride era, with the fixing. That kind of throws a wrench into things, kind of ruins it a little bit. A lot of it. I I guess that crash happened like right before I got back onto the scene. Man, that's messed up. It could revive Salte. One FC. Did they go out of business? Why you say past tense? Nobody was talking about the Francis Nogano thing. That was a sad story. Driving a motor vehicle was always a risk. Maybe Nogano was riding recklessly. Maybe just a chance the person crossing on a blind turn. Man. Oh, yeah. And some of them came over to UFC and really got their chance to shine. Some of them shined the biggest in Pride. ARJR721. I'm back, baby. What's the count? What's the count? Well, let me see. Let me see, bro. Let me see. Whoa, oh, oh. Heaven must have sent your precious love to find a love like yours is rare. We are currently at 607 subscribers. 607 members. 607. Stupid. 607 members. 607. Earlier today, I had to utter out of the fives. Out of the fives. I got that taste out of my mouth. I didn't like that sound that I just made. I regret that. I was in the fives earlier. And now we are sitting at 607. 607. Because of you. Unbelievable. All right. Yeah, he must have really been laying low. I didn't hear anything about that. But again, I am the person that completely missed the Jorge Masvidal and Nate Diaz boxing match. That one completely evaded me. I didn't find out till yesterday that that was a thing. I was hit by a car going 40 while stopped. It was horrendous. Oh. Well, I'm glad you're here on the other side of that now. Okay. Jane Caulfield, I was concerned. I was already going to like send out a pigeon saying, hey, I stopped talking about Tom Aspinall. I stopped. Okay? It's over. $312,000 subscribers. Every single time I told YouTube this. I told them, you think I don't see that you got me on some funky kind of algorithm? Every single time I upload a video, I lose subscribers. I promise you, if I upload 3 videos in a day, each one will bleed subscribers. It could be one that all the comments are fantastic, 99% percentage thumbs up. It's people love it. But it's bleeding subscribers. They put something in my algorithm. Bleeding subscribers. I used to have 317,000 something. At least. I think I might have went to 318 or 319. I don't remember, but I know I had 317,000. And slowly but surely, every upload, more gone. It's crazy. I'm going to end up with 5 subscribers. I'm going to end up with more members than subscribers. Libra. And my name is Charles. You guys know that song? It's so funny. Now, I like a woman that's quiet. You guys know that song? Now, I like a woman that's quiet. Take my hand, come with me, baby, to Love Land. Oh, the wife wanted me to catch up on things I didn't care about. Story of my life. Chris Watson, Hamzat KO or sub? I want to say a KO because I just see Hamzat just losing his mind and just absolutely teeing off. But I think it's going to be a sub. I think he has his corner. I think he has his camp. I think he has Ramzan Kadyrov and all his army and artillery. I think he has everyone saying, hey, Hamzat. Hey, Hamzat. You know what you did with Burns? Let's never ever do that again, fool. I think everyone in his ear, everyone in his friendship circle, everyone that has anything to do with him is telling him, hey, bro, this is utter domination. Don't play with your food. Do like you used to do at the beginning when you were a wild man and you would shout at the camera. Don't be too nice. Don't try to prove anything. Don't try to show your range. Don't fight someone else's fight. Don't try to prove something to yourself. Go. If you're a dangerous snake and you have some prey that you need to attack, should you go in there and just lunge forward and clamp down with those teeth that were meant for some clamping down if you're a snake? Or do you think you should do a bunch of backflips and roundhouse kicks and jabs and uppercuts? And what do you think the snake should do? Do you think maybe it should do what it was meant to do? What it was meant for? I think anyone anywhere near his circle is going to tell him, bro, get your nalgas in there and choke that fool. Put your forearm across his mandible. Push some teeth in. End it quickly so we can have a quick turnaround. Make some more money to send right back to Chechnya. We don't need a rock'em sock'em. We don't need a slugfest. We don't need a slobber knocker. I do not need you. This is Katie Ruff talking. I do not need you with the indefinite suspension. I don't need you with scar tissue. I don't need you with cuts. I don't need you with bruises. I don't want you to continue to build upon your cauliflower ear. I don't want you to get canvas burn on your knees. I want you to go in there and choke him about as fast as John Jones choked Serial Gang. Make it quick so we can fight in 2 weeks and do it all over again. We got gyms to build in Chechnya. I think it's got to be a choke this time. He's got to go back to his roots. Thank you, Chris Watson. Chris Watson, you're real too. Wait, you're too real, fool. That's why the algo does this. I think the people at YouTube, because I'll chat with them from time to time and be like, hey, do you think I'm stupid though? Could you just unshadow ban me? There's plenty of other channels that say and do far worse stuff than I do. See, but here's the thing. They'll say stupid stuff. They'll say crazy off the rail stuff, but it's not the kind of stuff I say. You could get away with saying bad stuff, but you can't get away with saying too much truth. It's ridiculous. I want to be your man. That hurts, Jane Caulfield. It hurts. It hurts, but I get it. You're going to drive yourself crazy watching that stuff. You are big enough that watching minutia may not reveal the actual image or events, but I don't know anything. Wait, what's this conversation? Is that for me or someone else? Are you going to call the pay-per-view for us? Yes. I'm actually going to miss a gender reveal party to be here calling the fights. And I'm very broken up about it. I'm very broken up about it. And it's also weird, the thought of a gender reveal party.
Cause I got all my
because
homies with me.
They're not even gonna know what it is until the preschooler tells them what it is. So it's kind of offensive if you think about it. I thought of something earlier, like it'd be funny if there was like a gender reveal party. It was like marketed as a gender reveal party, and then as everyone enters the building, they all get arrested.
Cause I got all my
They're like, "How dare you!" Like, you know, Or I thought it would be like a fun tease if there was a gender reveal party, and then when everyone gets there, they pop the balloon and they're like, "We don't know. We'll tell you in a few years." Just kind of like I bet those exist. They have to.
We are family. Cause I got all my homies with me.
Hey, is it just me, or are baby showers not a thing for dudes?
We are
when
family.
I came up, when I was a youngster, dudes didn't go to baby showers.
With me.
It was actually like a big no-no. Like, you don't go. Like, stay home, fool. And now
We are
it's like you're supposed to, or you're like, wow, wow,
I got all my
you're
homies
toxic.
with me.
Like, and I'm not trying to like start a narrative or be fun. Like, this has affected my personal life.
We are family.
And I'm having conversations with people like,
Cause
what?
I got all my homies with me.
It's a baby shower. In all of history, dudes don't go to baby showers. Where is this
We
expectation
are
coming from? And why are you acting
family.
like I'm a monster when apparently
'Cause I
dudes
got
just
all my
started going
homies
to
with
baby
me.
showers last Tuesday? It's not my fault that you just decided to start doing this.
We are family. Cause I got all my homies with me.
Oh.
We are family. Cause I got all my homies with me.
I pre-recorded this We Are Family song, yet somehow I'm still going to get a sore throat from singing that so much.
We are family. Cause I got all my homies with me.
Grendel HVS. Grendel
We are family.
HVS.
Cause I got all my homies with me.
Grendel HVS.
We are
Grendel
family.
HVS has earned a
'Cause I
reputation
got all my homies
as a
with
big
me.
spender. Grendel HVS has been consistent.
We are family. Cause I got
Thank
all
you,
my
Grendel
homies with me.
HVS. This is huge. We are now out of the zeros. We are out of the zeros. We are
We
into, I believe,
are
somewhere in the 30s
family.
possibly now.
Cause I got all my homies
Grendel
with me.
HVS has just blessed. Has just blessed.
We are family.
Anarchist
Cause
Architect.
I got all my homies
Brewing.
with me.
It's me. Hello, it's me. William Keller. Melkar X.
We are family.
Junk Silver Jake. Galacticus.
Cause I got all my homies with
Galacticus.
me.
Galacticus. Husni Awad. Wasting Time 69.
are
Zach
family.
S.
Cause I got
The
all my
Chronic
homies
Smoker.
with me.
Vinny the Vinny the Guinea. Hey, oh, hey, hey, oh. Vinny the Guinea. Raymond Mister. Alfredo. George Ruckus. Aaron S. Duck Buchenberger. DS. Johnny Tsunami. And Donkey Trunk. Every one of you that has just been blessed. If you go to my YouTube homepage, membership perks tab, you can find behind the scenes items not meant for the general population. Hidden gems back there. I'm talking Zelda. Da-na-na-na. Special things that no one else has access to. Grendel HVS has just taken us to a new level. We now stand at 627 members. $627 members. 627 members. I'm afraid I'm going to get the number wrong. I'm looking at this. It hasn't fully updated on this other page yet. But I believe somewhere in the high 500s are all from the last 31 days. It's showing a 545% increase in members gained. 545%. Thank you, Grendel. HVS. Absolutely. I love the love that I'm seeing in the chat. Absolutely. Absolutely. My goodness. Oh my gosh. MMA truthers are persecuted. The members are blowing up. Gender reveals are overrated. I mean, I'll take some cake. If we get some good cake, some good ice cream cake, you could reveal anything to me if you got some cake. Especially today when they don't even know a gender. That's a lot of mayonnaise. That's a lot of mayonnaise. That's a lot of guacamole. That's a lot of mayonnaise, bro. That was a Grendel HVS reveal. Hey, yeah, Cody Chapman. We'll do it. We'll do it. We're going to be there. Thank you, Grendel. 20 is insane, bro. 20 is insane. Beto. Those could get dangerous real quick. I watched a wrestler gender reveal today. Blue guy versus pink guy. And it was awesome. What? See, that's the kind of stuff I want to make videos about. Yeah, baby showers are not for dudes. Yeah. Like, in my day, in my times, even if you're the husband, it's like, that's a ladies thing. Even the husband doesn't go. Not really a dude thing. Depends on the size of the family. And now dads go to baby showers and kid sports. Dudes never did that, for real. Yeah. Hey, old school parents were just different, man. Had to be a real special occasion. Justin. Yes, welcome, all the brand new members. It's a beautiful thing. He thinks I'm lame. He's 16. He don't know how down for the familia I am. Yeah, that age, yeah. They're just gonna think that no matter what, bro. You could be the coolest dude on earth. You could be the coolest dude on earth. Miss Chuck Almighty, it's so good to see you here. I hope you have a good slumber. Oh, Nintendo Switch, that's what's up. Do you think Plessis lost a lot of aura tonight? I don't get the allure. I don't understand. There's just certain fighters that people gravitate toward every once in a while that I don't understand. And Plessis is one of them. Again, I always disliked Adesanya, and I was always more than ready to root for anyone that he was going to fight. And I remember when Plessis started coming up, I started researching him because I was going to do my MMA long division, and I started looking at all his fights and his interviews and stuff like that. And I thought, oh no, I think this dude might even be more annoying than Adesanya. How am I going to go forward here? I can't root for Adesanya, but this dude's annoying too. So I've never understood it, but yes, tonight, totally took the rage bait. totally put aback by the fans. Took him out of his head, out of his game. It was not a good night for him, not a good look for him. You could see him backstage when they were waiting to square up. He was all on his feelings and emotions. He's not in a good place right now. He's on his way to a baby shower tonight. Baby showers are actually dangerous. That's a good point. It's a pretty dumb name. I love Zelda, man. I love Zelda. One of my favorite games of all time is the Ocarina of Time on the Nintendo 64. I love that game. I still bust it out sometimes. Steam Deck. Dang, you get down like that, Jane Caulfield? Dads didn't go to OBGYN visits either. That's wild to me. Yeah, I mean, when I was, yeah, like, dudes didn't do that. They wouldn't even like change diapers most of the time. Like, it was a whole different world, man. I'm talking like I Love Lucy type of stuff. It was just different. I hope so, Christopher Keefe. I hope so. It makes sense. It makes sense. Drinking raw terps. I'm glad that you're thankful. I'm glad that you're glad to be here. I'm not sure specifically who shot this one your way, because a lot of people have been generous, but I'm glad that you're here. I don't know if there's a way to find out who gifted you besides literally just do you know when you got it gifted to you? If you know which stream it was, literally the only thing you could do, as far as I know, is just start the stream over and just watch for when the gifted moments are. And then you could see, because they're always bundled. Someone gives 5, someone gives 10, someone gives 20. Right? It'll be like a green bar and it'll say this dude gifted however many. And then below, it'll show all the 5 people that received, the 10 people, the 20 people, and you just see if your name's down there. It's weird. YouTube doesn't reveal a lot of these things in a real obvious way, even on the back end analytics. It's weird. I hated Izzy Lasagna as well. DRICUS seems like an industry plant. That's a good way to put it, Chris Watson. That's like the vibe that I could take from that, yeah. Same, I think they jumped on with the racial tension. I used to like Izzy, but he started to annoy me, but I couldn't root for Doodoo. Yeah. I don't know. I just always want to like somehow understand the psychology of people that genuinely unironically root for someone like him. I don't understand the inspiration. Um Oh. Hey, good to have you back, Justin. We're just chilling. Sometimes the chat replay is not available. Man, I can't stand when that happens. Because sometimes I'm looking for stuff too. And I have them all enabled. I don't know why it picks and chooses. Rob's neighbor is so good to see you. I know. And we've been so active lately. I know it's like inhumanly possible to keep up. I understand that. I'm just glad to see you every once in a while pop up. Know that you're doing all right. I know it's too much. You can't just live your whole life in here. I get it. But it's good to see you. Let me look at this one more time. You guys and your generosity and your support and your community engagement. And I want you all to know, even if you weren't someone who specifically donated a membership tonight, your presence here in the community, your jokes, your stories, your comments, your chat, you are what make it fun for other people to be here. You are what incentivizes and encourages other people to say, I want to be here and I want more people to be here. I want to build this community, and I want to thank all of you for doing your part. We are at 627 members. That is unbelievable. And I want to ask you something before we officially wrap up here that I'm glad I didn't forget about. You know, I like to poll and ask things every once in a while to see where your beanies are at. I forgot what I was going to ask. Hold up till it comes back to me. Oh, okay. Let's say, and I want to do this, and I did it the other day. I did it today too, actually, but today was a little bit different. I would like to stream a couple times a day. There's a couple different waves of people. I think. Shoot. Hold up. I'm going to give you 3 options right here. Hold up. ARJR721 ordered my quantity shirt, should be here soon. I mentioned it. Big L for life. I mentioned it earlier that I love the idea. I love the idea of I love the idea of people being out there in the open world with the merch representing. That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you, ARJR721. I appreciate you. Jammin' 80. Jammin' 80. We're jamming. And I hope you like jamming too. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. I know we're all on schedules here. Thank you. It's good to see you in here. So look, I'm putting up a poll right now. I would really like your feedback on this. And let me try to explain it verbally. So please listen closely because it only gives me so many characters to type. So I want to make sure I explain it. I'm playing around with the idea of doing 2 streams a day. Or maybe I'll do it every other day. I don't know. But when I do 2 streams a day, I want to know what makes the most sense for you here. Let's say I do one early afternoon or something like that, and then I do another one in the evening, right? Should the first one be public, just like this one is? The first one. Let's say I do it at 1 p.m., 2 p.m., something like that. Earlier in the day, 3 p.m. The first one's public, and then the later one is the members one. Or should I do the first one for members earlier in the day, and the later one is for the general public, anybody? Or the third option, whenever I do the public one, and I think this one might be better if the plan is growing members, because people will be there, and then if they really want to get it, they'll become a member. I don't know. We'll see. It'll be public right into the member stream right after. So people will know we're going right there. So it starts off some stream in the day, public, then later in the evening members, or the first one's members, then public later in the evening, or whenever the public one is, right directly into the members right after that. Which one would you guys prefer? Which one makes the most sense for your life and your schedules, if I could somehow make it fit around that? Justin Sanders, I got my official MMA and Undercover member shirt. Oh, you got the Undercover. Hey, Justin, I think you're one of the very few, if not only ever, that actually took me up on the Undercover one. I knew there would be a crowd of people. I knew there would be people that don't necessarily want to walk around in the colors, because it could spark some, it could spark some stuff. You just want to do your thing, live your life, fly under the radar. So I made the Undercover ones, and I thought it was a brilliant idea, but no one took me up on it. I'm glad it was you, Justin. And the official. Thank you, bro. ARJR721, gotta represent in Massachusetts. Massachusetts, that's cool, bro. Massachusetts. I wanna jam it with you. I really think that we could jam it good. Justin Sanders, Oklahoma. I like that. That's what's up. I'm a Oklahoma. Hey, bro. Hey, you should make that a shirt right there. The Oklahoma. That's good. That's what's up. Orale, Oklahoma. Did you watch Blood In, Blood Out yet, Justin? I think weren't you one of the ones that said you already know about that, huh? That's a classic. Okay, where are we at on the poll? Ooh, we're close. Oh, it just went tied. Oh, it just tied. I think A might overtake. Hey, this is like, it's getting real bummy in here. It's getting real bummy in here. We got 100-something people. We got 27 votes. This is a bunk. What are you guys doing? We got more people in here taking notes for the YouTube channels than I thought. We don't got some real ones in here? Híjole, first stream. So yeah, this makes sense. The second option I knew was weird. It didn't make as much sense. The second option was weird. I understand that. I kind of like the first option where I could take a break, have one earlier, do whatever, do one in the evening. But I mean, the last one does make sense. Wow, it's hopping all over the place. On my end, it highlights one and then the other when it overtakes. But I think the last one makes the most sense as far as gaining members. Because if we got some good momentum going, if we got a good stream going, and then somebody wants to go on, then it's like, hey, what you gonna do? You gonna draw blood or what? You gonna spit in your hand and shake or what? Bro, we're tied right now. We have 100-something people and only 32 votes, and we're tied. Are you really gonna allow this to be at a standstill? Are you kidding me? Interesting. Shoot. I was hoping the last one was going to win. I mean, I feel like I like the first one, but I think the last one might be the smartest for the channel. Okay. First stream public, then members. Okay. I'm going to leave 10 more seconds for you to vote. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, so then the last one wins, right? We don't got any fast thumbs. We don't got any fast thumbs at the end. Well, there you have it. There you have it. Wow, it came in clutch and overtook more than I thought after I put end poll. 47%. Well, the people have spoken. The people have been heard. Okay, cool. I is dumb. I'm thinking like 2 p.m. PST, something like that. But if the option 3 wins, which it did, right? Yeah. Then I would, man, it's tough. It's a tough one because I don't think I should. Now that school has started, it's probably not the best idea for me being a family man to stream so late every evening, because then I'm spending 0 time with my family. So it would be nice if I could start at like 1 or 2 p.m. PST, which for a lot of people on the East Coast is like 4 o'clock, 4 or 5 o'clock. But I understand I'd be missing a lot of West Coast people, because a lot of West Coast people would still be at work. So it could get tricky. I want to make sure I catch a good crowd, but if I start on the public one, by the time I get to the members one, it's probably when the public people would normally be showing up. It's tricky. I might have to test it a little bit. PST is hard because most East Coasters gonna be memes. I know. Yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah, I might need one too, Justin. I might need one too. I'm gonna have to play it by the beanie. Kitty Pigeon. Why you buying the King Bundy size pickles? Because a fella needs something to drink his ice water. The Colo. First time donating. Your MMA takes are legendary. Thanks for the content, homie. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate it. You know, the MMA community at large, as a whole, could be a volatile, group of people. Lots of differing takes and mindsets. So, to come across some kind, positive encouragement is definitely appreciated. Thank you, the Colo. Thank you for taking that leap on the first time donating. Thank you for supporting the channel, helping me keep doing what I do. And I don't know if any of you saw today, I'm finally starting to take those steps forward again in actually making some content. I know it's short. I know it's not a big, long masterpiece. I uploaded a little short today. I put it on Instagram, TikTok, everything, X. I'm trying to constantly put stuff out there to get back into the rhythm of just having that visibility. So I am putting in that work for you guys. You should do After Dark for members only, maybe 2-3 times a week, and then every day for general. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that. I mean, I'm someone that likes kind of the spontaneity sometimes, depending on what's going on in the news, depending on what's happening. I just always feel like the viewers would probably appreciate some consistency. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should let them know this time and this time and yeah, but I feel like it's better for my brain if it just goes, play it by ear. But I don't know if I could make the algorithm fall in love with me like that. I don't know if the algorithm likes spontaneity. Thank you, Disco Golf Hutch. Thank you. Okay, some people like the After Dark. Sometimes good. Those are fun. I will do this. Isn't this a member stream? It feels like it. Okay, look. You know what? Isn't there a way? How do you do that? I'm gonna have to figure that out. Uh-oh. How do you do that? I got some things to check on for the next stream. I don't want to overstay my welcome. We've been streaming past 2 hours. I've already exhausted all of my topics. We've had our laughs. We have some people coming to look at the house tomorrow, and I should go do my part, help clean up a little bit. I want to thank you for the wild ride that you guys are helping this to become. This is a whole different thing than before I took my hiatus. This is a whole different experience. I feel like I got I feel like I got brought back to life, and this is just a whole new second win. It's like the Squeakquel. It's not like a bad remake, It's like The Godfather Part 2. It just like, when I came back to this channel, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how daunting it would be, how much of an uphill battle. And it has been so much funner and just crazier than it ever has been. And I want to say thank you. And ARJR721 has come in clutch to make sure that 5 more people go to sleep with smiles on their faces. Stephen Kelleher, good mornings. Jesse Palacios, Mr. 100, and B-Ball 619.
We are family. Cause I got all my homies with me.
Thank you, ARJR721. I will give you one last final total, which, if you remember the last number, you probably done the math, but I forgot. And we now stand at 632 members. We are growing at a disturbing rate. Thank you very much, ARJR721.
Cause I got all my homies with me.
The Church of Scientology would not be in a deficit as we speak if they had their clutches on ARJR721. Thank you. Thank you for being here, Alvaro. Thank you, Chatty Fanny. Jamaican Bobsled Team. Wilson Mitchell. Thank you. Thank you for your generosity. Pimware. Proxy. T-Nails. Thank you, ARJR721. His theme song. Gotta hear the theme song before bed. Thank you, Carlos. Madre loca, the prima. Hey, Justin, I'm going to send you an email right now. Jane Caulfield. Send me some of those pineapples. Send me some of those pineapples for later, Carlos Proxy. Oh, I said goodnight to some of you already. I said goodnight. You guys be safe out there. Perry the Blueberry. Came in at the end of the stream. Time to watch it after the fact. One of them ATFers. I appreciate you, Perry. You guys all have a good night. I'm glad you made it, Jammin. I'm glad you made it. We're going to be catching up more often. Thank you, Billy the Kidder. You be safe, Billy the Kidder. You be safe. Be careful out there. Thank you, Wilson. Thank you. GM, check out my YouTube. Let me know what you think. Your YouTube? What the? Wait, how do I open this? Oh my gosh. ARJR, I'm going to leave you some comments. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. ARJR, do you want a little, I don't even get my own views, but do you want any exposure? Do you want people to see it? I mean, they know how to find it now, obviously. But do you want it to be as much of a secret as possible, or do you want people to see it? Do you want a couple more subscribers? Let me see that link. Okay, Billy the Kidder. Okay, cool. That's good to hear. You got me worried. What you think, ARJR? I know there's already people over there anyway, huh? Billy, share it with the class. Okay, good. Hey, everybody, hey, we're rating ARJR721. We are rating ARJR721. Go subscribe. There's 93 people here. He has to have 93 subscribers by the time he goes to sleep tonight. Don't be a hater. Go follow him.